Good morning, everybody. It's 10 a.m. PST. It is Monday morning. It's time for another episode of Brunansky's vlog. We are, that's right, different setting. So we are on the road, and we are going to give just a quick second to see if we have got a good connection with YouTube. We're going to look for that green light. If we do, we are going to jump right into this week's brand new episode. So stay tuned. Let's go ahead and check and see here. We do have the green light, so we're good to go. So we're going to go ahead and roll that intro. Then we'll be right back, because we have got some news stories to talk about. We're going to look at the weekend box office, certified rad, and then we're going to let you guys get back to your week. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with you. Good morning, everybody. I'm Jeremy Brunansky. It's Monday morning. It's 10 a.m. PST right here on YouTube. You're watching another brand new live episode of Brunansky's vlog, where we talk movie news, movie reviews, and a little bit more. So thank you so much for joining me this Monday morning. As you can see, different backgrounds. What does that mean? That means if you saw the thumbnail, you know that we are on the road this week. That's right. I am actually out of town visiting family. My cousin's birthday, so drove out here to hang out with her and spend some time with her. And I'm actually staying at a super nice hotel called the Allegretto, and I threw the link for it down below so you can check it out if you want to. It's at a winery, but since I'm sober, I'm not really taking any of the alcohol that is available here as far as wine tastings go. So you come visit family, you stay where you stay. I'm a sober guy staying at a winery. How about that? That is life, folks. That is life. So definitely enjoying my time here. Like I said, really cool stuff. There's a lot of really awesome Impressionist paintings all around the hotel. So if you're a fan of Impressionist artwork and painting, you'll definitely enjoy it. There's a lot of history here too. So as you're walking around, they have these different photos of like different historical moments in the town, plus all of the different artifacts that they have, like kind of just layered throughout the campus here on the resort hotel grounds, are really cool. And there's a nice video that kind of talks about where they came from around the world, what their significance is, etc. On my photo blog, Brunansky's blog on Tumblr, you'll be able to see the photos I've been taking. Those will probably post sometime next week or a little bit later once I'm back in town and I'm able to actually like edit them and everything else. So stay tuned for that. But otherwise, let's get the rest of the commercials out of the way. Make sure you're following us on Twitter. Make sure you're following us on Stardust. Make sure that if you haven't yet, you click subscribe right here on YouTube and then hit the bell so you get the notifications when new content drops. Also, Stardust is where I do the movie trailer reviews. We have over 200 trailer reviews up right now. So download that app, check Brunansky's vlog out there. That's where, again, all of the trailer reviews. So when you go to the movies, you see the trailers. If you ever thought, I wonder what Jeremy thinks, Stardust. And then also make sure you're following us on Twitter at Brunansky's vlog, because that is where I post all of the updates. So if you're following us on Twitter, you know that this week's episode was running a little bit behind schedule. And if you aren't following us on Twitter, you just found out right now. So make sure you're following us on Twitter as well. Don't forget to check out the short film I made down below in the description box, as well as the 1-year anniversary recap. And then if you have any interest in starting your own YouTube channel and you want to do live streaming, maybe you just want to do live streaming on another platform like Twitch or Facebook Live. I threw some recommendations down below as well for some of the gear I think you might want to consider if you're just starting your own YouTube channel or just your own live streaming platform. So check those out. Also down below in the description box, all of the news articles that we're going to be talking about today are right there. And finally, as you can see, we've got the ticker tape running. So that is the honorable mention section of the news. So the stories that popped off, I was like, that's interesting, but we don't really have enough time to get into all of those stories this week. That is running down below. Now, I was not able to get out to the theater to see a film this weekend, mostly because I'm out of town with my cousin, and all of the kids' movies I've already seen and reviewed. So there wasn't really an option for us as a family to go to the theaters to see a film that I could review here, because all of those movies, that, like Christopher Robin, etc., all of those kids' movies all the family movies have already been reviewed on the movie review playlist. So if you have any interest in checking those out, please do so. And then give me the thumbs up if you enjoy any portion of this show, because the thumbs up helps people who like movie-related shows find this movie-related show right here on YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and move right now into the news, and we're going to take a look at the weekend box office report, and we're going to take a look and see what you guys got out to the theaters to check out this week. Also, shout out to the Steelers. We didn't win. We tied with Cleveland. So that stinks because it's a division game, but at least it's not a loss. No L on the board. We're pretty good there. And then congratulations to everybody for the U.S. Open. I know that was a big game. And I'm sure if you guys follow tennis, you're well aware of everything that already happened there. So congratulations to the two ladies there for the U.S. Women. I think it was the U.S. Open with Serena Williams as well. So pretty cool stuff. Miss America pageant just happened. Congratulations to the winner there too. Lots going off. Let's talk about the news this morning. So again, coming to us here with the weekend box office. We are going to go look at number 5 all the way up to number 1. And we're going to take a look and see what you guys got out to the theaters to check out. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Coming in at number 5, we have Searching with 4,515,000. Number 4 is The Meg at 6,030,000. Number 3 is Peppermint in its first week at 13,260,000. Crazy Rich Asians still staying in the top 5 at number 2 with 13,600,000. And finally, The Nun at $53,500,000. So congratulations to The Nun for a first week and taking the number 1 spot. Pretty impressive stuff there. Big news for that as far as it goes. It's a horror movie coming in at over $50 million. Nice accomplishment there. From what I've seen online, the reviews have been fairly positive. If you are faithful watchers of the show, you know I'm not really a big horror film guy, so I won't really be getting out to see this, but I did enjoy the trailer, so check the trailer out if you haven't seen it, and then go check out the movie. If you're into horror movies, right? We're moving into Halloween season. Let the scary movies commence. So good job to everybody who worked on The Nun. Crazy Rich Asians coming in at number 2. Not surprised. I really, really like this film. I was really surprised by just how well overall everything was done and constructed, the story, everything like that. Really good stuff. Check out my review for more information on Crazy Rich Asians. Definitely worth your time. Peppermint coming in at number 3. First week out. So, hey, good job to Peppermint staying in the top 5, right? Female-led action movie, a revenge tale, if you will, street justice, if you will. The trailers looked pretty good. I know I want to get out to see this film. Yeah, and it looks like everybody else that wanted to see it got out to see it because it came in number 3. Coming in number 4 is The Meg. Really surprised at how well The Meg continues to do from week to week as far as staying in the top 5 is concerned. I enjoyed The Meg. It delivered exactly what I hoped it would. I was not disappointed with my time in the theater. In fact, I was a little surprised at a couple things in it. You can check out my review if you want more information on that. But great job to everybody who worked on The Meg. Because again, what it advertises is exactly what you get, and I don't think anybody was disappointed with this film that went in with the right expectation of what the trailers promised is hopefully what we'll get, because what the trailers promised was exactly what we got. So, job well done for the marketing team, delivering, you know, just a fun shark movie to us in the trailers as well as in the theater. And coming in at number 5, again, Searching. Haven't seen this. Seen some really positive word of mouth online about this. So I'm curious to see if I'm actually going to be able to see this, because it doesn't look like it's a horror movie. It looks like it's a thriller, going to make your mind work. So I definitely enjoy those type of films. So hopefully I'll be able to get out to see that really quickly. Let's just check out the number 10 to number 6 spots just to round it out. Coming in number 10, Black Klansman. Number 9, Alpha. Number 8, Operation Finale. Number 7, Christopher Robin. Number 6, Mission Impossible Fallout. So there you go. Most of those movies I've seen and reviewed, so you can check out my reviews on the movie review playlist on this channel for more information there. But let me know in the comments section below. Leave your comments down there. Let me know, what did you see this weekend? What movies did you get out to see? Did you enjoy them? Did it meet your expectation? Did the trailers, you know, promise one thing and then the movie delivers something different? What were your thoughts throw them in the comments section below and let us know. We're going to go ahead and move now into the first news story. This is coming to us from The Hollywood Reporter. And this is First Studio City is going to be getting a 70,000 square foot super stage. And this is going to be North America's largest single purpose sound stage. And this was just unveiled on Friday. It's going to be 400,000 square foot complex that's going to house 20 sound stages in all. And then it's going to have the biggest one in North America as well. So Toronto's been doing some pretty big things, and it looks like they're not slowing down at all. In fact, it looks like they're revving up for even more production to try and get more films and more television in Toronto to help kind of continue building up what the city is earning from productions in that area, right? So these studios, the film studios, television studios, they go up there, they film, the city makes money because of that. There's also some nice tax incentives for the studios to record there. So it looks like there's kind of this nice symbiotic relationship that's really, really building out now that we've got this new complex going in. I'm excited for it. I know we've got Shazam was just recorded in Toronto. And then Guillermo del Toro's next project that he's producing, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. I believe that is also going to be filming in Toronto as well. Plus you had other movies like Boondock Saints, the abysmally terrible and weird Dracula 2000 was there. Man, that was such a bummer when I saw that. Vampire movies, I'm always there for, but that movie, man, weird. Just weird. But a lot of good movies and TV shows have been filmed in Toronto, so looking forward to seeing what else we're going to get out of these sound stages, especially housing the world's biggest, or North America's biggest at least, right there in Toronto. So if you're like, what's a sound stage? If you've ever watched the behind the scenes stuff on the DVD commentary tracks, the DVD bonus features, right, where they show the actors running around what looks like a giant warehouse, and there's, you know, the green or the blue screens painted behind them. That's the sound stage. So gigantic warehouse to make movies and TV shows in. Looking forward to it. Let me know what you think. What is your favorite film that was filmed in Toronto? Throw it in the comments section below. Coming in next, coming to us from Variety, we have MoviePass. MoviePass is still making the news, and it is the chief product officer departs after just 6 months. So Mike Berkeley was hired to improve customer experience, and within 6 months, this was back in March, he was brought on, and now here we are in September. He is no longer with MoviePass. He's taken off. And so MoviePass has had a pretty weird ride, right? It started off $10 a month, see one movie a day, every day of the year, right? So potentially 365 movies a year for $10 a month. Pretty great. I know I was always celebrating the MoviePass phenomenon, right? I had my MoviePass. I was at the movies. I was checking them out. I loved MoviePass. Then they changed it, right? So they were like, okay, now you can only see this. You can't see duplicate movies, right? So you can only see, you know, one movie once on MoviePass, which was different. That wasn't the original agreement that people signed up for, right? If you wanted to see Avengers Infinity War 7 times in a week, you could have, right? But then they changed it. And they're like, no, you can only see the same movie once. That's it. So one movie a day, every day of the year, but you can only see one movie one time. You can't go repeat viewing. So they changed that. Then they changed the number of days or the number of films you could see in the week and the month. And so it just started to get weird. They communicated, right? I'm not going to say they communicated really well, but excuse me, they communicated. They let us know these are the changes. Here's some more changes. Here's some more changes. And it always just kind of felt like they were trying to figure out what they wanted to do to generate income, to stay sustainable, to be sustainable. My goodness, my throat is killing me. I was at karaoke last night doing some singing. It was really loud. My voice is a little rough today. So like what were they trying to do? How are they going to create a sustainable business model? They got into film distribution, as we've talked about before on this channel, which would have helped them because they're releasing the films in theaters, but the theaters are paying them to get the rights to release those films. So it's like this circular flow of money. It seemed like it had promise, but then all of these weird changes, right? AMC came out with 3 movies a week. Then MoviePass said, okay, you can only see 3 movies a month. it just got weird. They really just need to figure out what was going on, and they were hoping, I guess, Mike Berkeley was going to be the guy to help communicate that and to create a better customer experience. Looked like he just realized that this was not the job for him and he had to go. So curious to see who MoviePass brings on to kind of correct the ship, right? Course correct the ship to create a sustainable business model for its client base and its future client base so that they can continue to get out to see more movies using this subscription service. Let me know what you think about MoviePass. Are you a subscriber? What has been your experience? Overall, my experience was really good. I'm no longer a MoviePass subscriber because once they said you can only see 3 movies a month, that doesn't really work for what I do on this channel, right? That's not even 1 movie a week anymore. That's, you know, I miss a whole week of movies every month. So no longer that. AMC's got that new service that they're doing for the A+ where you can see 3 movies a week. That's looking like it's going to be more ideal for what I need for this channel. What do you think? What are your thoughts about MoviePass? Are you a subscriber? What has been your experience with them? What do you think about all the constant communications that are constantly letting us know about the changes to the contract and the policies going on with that subscription service? Let me know in the comments below. Get that conversation started. Share your experience about MoviePass in the comments section. All right, last story for the news segment today is coming to us from Empire, and this is about Avengers 4. So Avengers 4 is filming right now, right? They're doing their pickups and their reshoots, and in an interview on the Marvelist podcast, Mark Ruffalo, otherwise known as the Hulk, right? He said that they aren't just doing reshoots this month. So we're doing reshoots starting in September. It's September. So we're doing reshoots starting in September. We don't even know what it's going to be yet. We're not just doing reshoots. We're going to finish the movie, which we really didn't get to finish when we left it last year. That's huge. That's huge because as far as we knew, right, all of the communications coming out, all of the news that was coming out was saying, hey, look, they wrapped production. Everything was done. Now they're going back in. They're going to do some reshoots and some pickups, maybe just to kind of clean some things up, right? Maybe adjust some camera angles, maybe to get a little bit more expression out of certain moments. Who knows, right? Who knows what the reshoots would have been for? But that was the impression that we had. Then everything happens with James Gunn, right? And now everything is kind of in the air with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now Mark Ruffalo comes out and says, well, actually, we hadn't finished the movie. We're finishing the movie now. So check this out. This article is down below in the show notes. Click the box, expand it, and jump into that article. You can read that because that was just a clip I read right from the article. But now he's saying like, look, yeah, we hadn't even finished it. So now I'm wondering what's going on with Guardians of the Galaxy, right? We go back to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 because we know that we lost some Guardians in Avengers Infinity War. We know that Rocket Raccoon survives, right? And there was that set photo from a long, long time ago of Tony Stark walking into what looks like a church with that little like wooden Rocket Raccoon next to him, right? So we know that, well, assuming there's that photo. So we're assuming that that's going to be in the next movie where we see Iron Man and Rocket Raccoon teaming up for whatever reason. But we know that there was that whole thing that happened with the Guardians of the Galaxy mostly being just evaporated with the Thanos snap. So what does that mean for the future of the Guardians, right? Was there going to be a nice segue that leaned into Guardians of the Galaxy 3, but because of everything that's happened with that film, now they have to kind of redo the stories, right? Redo the storyboard for that. But I'm under the impression that Marvel Studios, because they are who they are, they already had like 7 different endings. So now they just went, okay, we can't use that one. Now we've got to use this one. And that's where we're going to go. And I'm basing that on what Kevin Feige was saying about Spider-Man. Like, we had these ideas for what we wanted to use Spider-Man for. If we couldn't get them, we knew what we were going to do elsewhere, right? So I'm under the impression they already had backup stories set up, and now they've got to actually go back and film those endings, that ending instead, since we're kind of up in the air on what's going on with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, if anything is going to happen at all. So what do you think about that news? That was pretty big news, right? Mark Ruffalo saying, yeah, actually we didn't finish filming. The movie's not done. We don't even know what the ending was. We're doing that right now. That's gigantic news because we thought they were done and they're just doing pickups and reshoots. So crazy stuff. What are your thoughts? Leave them down below. I know I'm still excited about Avengers 4. I'm looking forward to it, Captain Marvel. A lot of great set photos came out from Entertainment Weekly for that, so I hope you guys had an opportunity to check out those set photos from Captain Marvel. Everything looks pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing kind of what that first trailer looks like now that we know set photos are out there. Eventually that trailer is going to be dropping. It's going to be dropping soon, I hope, and I hope everybody's excited. So go ahead and check that out. All right, we're going to move now into the next segment where we take a look at what is hitting theaters this week, what's hitting DVD and Blu-ray for your home theater this week, and finally, my personal favorite, Certified Rad. So let's jump into what is going to be in theaters this week. But first, I'm going to take a drink of water. All right, so coming into theaters this week, we have The Predator, A Simple Favor, and White Boy Rick. Now, out of these three films, I'm actually looking forward to all three of them for three different reasons. Really looking forward to The Predator. I'm a big fan of the Predator franchise. Even the Predator versus Alien movies weren't great, but they're still cheesy sci-fi fun. A Simple Favor looks like it's going to be just a psychological thriller that makes you think and plays in your head. Good stuff there. And White Boy Rick, based on the true story of this kid who was 15 years old, and he was an FBI informant. As you can see there, he worked with drug kingpins in Detroit in the 80s. So the trailer has looked pretty good. All three of these films appeal to me in one way or another. If you guys are excited about one over the other, let me know in the comments section. But out of these three, the one I'm most excited for is The Predator. So let's take a look at what's hitting DVD and Blu-ray for your home theater this week. Hearts Beat Loud, Ocean's 8, and Superfly. So out of these three, I saw Ocean's 8. My review is up for that. I really wanted to see Hearts Beat Loud, but I did not find viewing for that in my area at all. So I did not even get to go to the theater to check it out because I couldn't find any showings in my area, which is kind of a bummer. So looking forward to catching that now that it's on DVD and Blu-ray. And then Superfly looked like it would be good. It was a remake. It looked like it was going to be just an action gang drama. Trailers looked okay, so I might check that out now that it's available on DVD and Blu-ray. But let's go ahead and jump into the final section of this week's show, and that is Certified Rad. So you guys never know what's going to drop, but I can guarantee whatever drops is going to be most definitely Certified Rad. If you're new to the show, Certified Rad is just something I find or something someone sends me where they go, check this out. It could be a book. Could be a piece of tech gear. Could be an inspiring true story, people helping people. Whatever it is, I'll take a look at it. And if it's rad, we certify it rad every week right here on this channel. So this week, Certified Rad is coming to us from the Good News Network. And this, the headline here is, Woman discovers her coworker is the very infant she nursed back to health 28 years ago. So this nurse, Velma Wong, over a 32-year career, has worked with a lot of babies. And at Lucille Packard's Children's Hospital in Meredith, California, she was introduced to a new colleague who just started there by the name of Brandon Cimatore. And he was a second-year pediatric resident training to become a child neurologist. And there was something that just clicks with this guy, right? So you know when you meet people and you're just like, I feel like I've met you before. Or did we have a conversation once and I don't remember it? Or I think I know your doppelganger, right? Because everybody has a doppelganger. You just like, you have that weird feeling of like familiarity, but you don't feel like you should be familiar with them because you're just meeting them for the first time. So she had that, right? She had that. She looks at this guy and she's like, man, I feel like I know this guy. And she did. She, 28 years ago, was actually the nurse that was in charge of taking care of him to make sure that he survived. He was born premature at the hospital, and she was the nurse that was responsible for making sure that he stayed alive. And then 28 years later, he comes back to that hospital and gets to work with her side by side, the nurse who saved his life, which allowed him the opportunity to do what he's doing now. That is craziness, how the universe works, how just like God directs people into other people's lives. Whatever religion you believe in, however you view the universe connecting people, don't get caught up on those details. Get caught up on the fact that this guy is able to work with this chick who saved his life 28 years ago when he was born prematurely. That is crazy. That is crazy. And you can guarantee that when the universe, God, whatever you believe in, guides you back to meet the person who saved your life, even 28 years later, that is most definitely certified rad. And that is this week's show. So thank you guys so much for joining me this week with a brand new episode of Brunansky's Vlog right here on YouTube. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give me the thumbs up because, again, as always, the thumbs up helps people who like movie-related shows find this movie-related show right here on YouTube. Also, don't forget to click the subscribe button, hit the bell to get the notifications, follow us on Twitter and Stardust. Have a great rest of your week. Don't forget to check out the links below for all of those news articles, etc. Hope you guys are able to get out to the theater to see some movies this week because we talked about a lot of great movies that are hitting theaters this week, as well as what's hitting DVD and Blu-ray and what's already in theaters that maybe you haven't gotten around to. There's lots of great stuff out there for you guys to enjoy as movie fans. Hope you're able to do that. And as always, and until next time, good night and good luck.